Residents of Kyiv queue up for water after Russian strikes knocked out water and power supplies. Across the city, hundreds lined up on Monday, often for more than an hour, to pump water by hand from wells to fill plastic bottles and cans. A massive barrage of Russian cruise missile and drone strikes hit critical infrastructure in Kyiv, Kharkiv and other Ukrainian cities early on Monday, knocking out water and power supplies in apparent retaliation for what Moscow alleged was a Ukrainian attack on its Black Sea fleet. The mayor of Kyiv said 80% of consumers in the city of 3 million were left without water because of damage to a power facility.
You have imagined that your life will change in incorrect way. For example, you have not water, you are afraid that you will not have a gas, that you will have not light, for example, because a half of Kyiv now without light and water. And how do you understand how it will impact your life?
Russia has intensified its attacks on Ukraine's power plants and other key infrastructure as the war enters its 9th month. The Ukrainian Prime Minister said Russian missiles and drones hit 10 Ukrainian regions and damaged 18 sites, mostly energy facilities. Large parts of the country are already experiencing rolling power cuts, with locals saying the bigger picture is a source of constant worry.
It has an influence on our lives. It is really inconvenient, but the truth is, it's not a problem. The problem is we have a war, and that's the only problem that exists now.
Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky came out all praise for his country's forces, claiming they had shot down most of the 55 cruise missiles which had been launched by Russia earlier in the day. Zelensky said that the missile fragments that landed in Moldova showed how important it is to protect ourselves from this evil together.
Every new Russian attack on our civilian targets only makes it easier and closer to the international consensus on Russia's responsibility, and the fragments of Russian rockets that fell on the territory of Moldova only remind us how important it is to protect ourselves from this evil together, from racism, which recognizes neither state borders nor human values.
The United States has condemned Russia's decision to suspend its participation in the Black Sea Grain Initiative after Russia accused Ukraine of a drone strike against Russia's Black Sea Fleet off the Crimean Peninsula. U.S. State Department spokesperson Ned Price said Russia's decision is having an immediate harmful impact on global food security.
We deeply regret Russia's decision to suspend its participation in the Black Sea Grain Initiative, which is having immediate harmful impacts on global food security. Russia should return to full participation in the initiative, and we urge all parties to swiftly agree to sustain this crucial program through the months to come. Any disruption to the initiative risks spiking food prices, lowering the confidence of insurers and commercial shippers who have returned to Black Sea routes, and further imposing hardships on lower-income countries already reeling from dire humanitarian crises and global food insecurity.
The United Nations Security Council met on Monday to discuss the suspension of grain exports through the Black Sea. Ukraine again hit out at Russia for blocking grain exports.
We are outraged but not surprised over the announcement by Russia to suspend its participation in the Black Sea Grain Initiative. These announcements did not come all of a sudden, as Russia has never given up aggravating the food crisis as a tool to pressure and blackmail the world.
Russia's backtracking from the UN-brokered deal is likely to hit shipments to import-dependent countries, deepening a global food crisis and sharpening a surge in prices. Hundreds of thousands of tons of wheat booked for delivery to Africa and the Middle East are at risk following Russia's withdrawal, while Ukrainian corn exports to Europe will get knocked lower.